Hey guys, welcome back to The Outspoken. I'm your host, Eric Shepard. Congratulations. So we were on VoiceBank back in the day, along with every other, agent in the world, basically. It's just something that was in your arsenal, was something, that you used until the owner lost his mind and sold out to the devil. But they were like, oh, nothing's going to change. Everything will be the same. You just have to write a check out to, you know who. I was like, the hell I am. Like, that's never, no, like that's not going to happen. So we left. We were, I believe, the first to leave because it was like the first day. And then a bunch of agencies followed. So that was great. Some of the bigger agencies didn't. The wimps, a lot of them didn't. So I don't know what the thinking is there. But, we left and it was, money, man. We did fairly well there. But there's other agencies that left and, these guys were making like the majority of their business was off of this platform, and they left. So, they left because, they weren't short-sighted. They were seeing what was happening. They left because they were concerned about the future, and they left because they were concerned about their talent. They cared about their talent, and so they're rethinking their business partnerships to make sure that this is in the best interests of the talent that they represent, because they're their agent. So these folks, a lot of folks, took a big hit by doing this, and they deserve your respect, in my opinion. This was a pretty hardcore thing to do. But as it was, this was just a textbook case of the fox guarding the henhouse. This is like the way that things are set up here are not good. Not good for talent, not good for agents. So people started realizing this and seeing this, and then they say, oh, well, we're going to start gunning for him, And like all these people start coming up with their voicebank killers. They're going to make their own platforms. A lot of folks, like at least 12 that I know of, were creating, working on these platforms. And nobody really, gunned for them too much before, because it worked. It was an entrenched system. The agents used it, the clients used it. People knew of it. It just really didn't kind of make sense to compete with this model. So folks were happy, not the casting directors, because they got kind of screwed by that system. But for the most part, folks were happy. But, it was a little bit of an understandable target. That looks like Craigslist, man. It's like an old, nowhere, sparse interface, like text links and stuff. So it worked for the most part, but, maybe kind of antiquated. And, you could see where somebody else could come in and maybe try to come up with something different or better or, whatever. But again, most of the time, or for a period of time anyway, people weren't really interested in that. And then, things changed. So everybody's got these ideas. This is like, this past summer or so. And I'm getting inundated. Everybody's like trying to give me their pitch and get me on board or, whatever. Yeah. And I'm thinking, this is like the end result of this is basically going to suck. After a certain amount of time, all the agents are just going to get like just inundated, just, crazy with, we come to WeCastVoicesAllDamnDay.com or whatever. And everybody's, .com thinking they're all going to be fighting over each other. And then one of them is going to hurt another one, their chances of becoming a dominant platform. And then some will merge and blah, blah, blah. And then for us to catch up, like it's just going to be a pain in the ass, Everyone's supposed to like pay everybody memberships or whatever. And I was like, all right, this isn't going to be fun. So, we'll see how it plays out. So one of the guys I talked to, his name was Matt. And he's like a big tech, big shot. Owns a bunch of companies and like a hosting company and like invented the mouse or something. Some big tech guy. And his girlfriend's in voiceover. So he knows what's going on. And, he gets an idea to kind of jump into this new market as well. So he's talking to me. He's asking a lot of good questions. He's saying, what do agents want? I want to know what it is they want. What type of functionality do they want? And, give me your wish list and I'll put it together and I'll make this thing. Oh, okay. And he's, I got a whole team of coders, and we could put something together that'd be like beautiful and functional and wonderful and what everybody wants, and we'll get it done like in a few months. And I was like, all right, like all right, again, at this point, there's all these people. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Like, okay, do it. Let me know, when it's done, and I'll come to your opening party or whatever. But you just really didn't know, what to believe at the time and who was serious and who wasn't serious. So this guy also says, though, he's got an interesting idea. He says he wants to structure the company legally so that there's an advisory board. There's a board of agents, a board of people who are concerned, about talent, about the industry, and it's not like a paid position, but they're in charge of like the direction of the company. Any major decisions that are being made are made by this advisory board that meets on occasion. And the biggest thing about having this board is its protection, so that this guy can't like pull a Hickson on us and just sell the thing out to whoever he feels like selling it out to. Any major decisions like that legally would have to be approved by this advisory board. So basically the idea is this guy can't just take the thing and then sell it out from underneath us. We get used to the platform, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and then we're back to square one. So, he was baking in this protection for those that would use the platform. So it was cool. It was a cool idea, and we'll see what happens. So fast forward a couple months later, and it's like done. Like, oh, like, okay, cool. And so they're like, you want like a tour? We'll give you, like a private tour, the back end or whatever. So I'm like, all right. They're trying to give me, like a presentation, and I'm just interrupting like every 5 seconds like a jerk. That's like what I do. I never shut up. And I'm like, oh, well, that's nice, but what about this? And they're like, it's right there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, it'd be cool, though, like, if it did this thing. And they were like, yeah, see that button over there? I was like, damn. Like, they did it, They listened to the agents. They listened to what we wanted, what we were asking for, and, put it together, and did it. So I was impressed, man. Like I said, I got the, the kind of the tour, and they let me kick the tires a bit. And I was like, yeah, like, right on, Impressive. So I thought it was cool. And then they offered me a position on the advisory board. So I was like, yeah, that's great. So, in some small way, I get to help decide the direction of this thing and make sure that it's, that it's safe. Like, what a novel idea. A casting company that the decision-making process is run by folks who care about the voiceover industry and care about talent and that are trying to protect them. So cool, right? So anyway, cool. So that's the deal, with the hub, at least from, my experience. There's all interviews and stuff with the owners and other people, and can get more technical with you. I'm just, giving you my spiel and, my dealings with them thus far. There's other platforms that are still going to come out. I think a lot of folks, gave up. They realized this is a huge thing that, to try to do. There's another, pretty cool one. That's got like CRM kind of baked into the whole thing as well. That could be, pretty interesting. And it has some cool people behind it as well. There's another one, and then they were trying to do something, but they're mired in all sorts of lawsuits and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, there's a bunch of landing pages. So, I don't really know. I suspect now that I, kind of said, oh, I like this one. I'm not going to hear too much information about the other ones. But, so, I'll know when I suppose. But this platform, the Hub platform, has been adopted already by a ton of agents, like a lot of agents, a lot. Many of them. And more importantly, the clients. The clients are there. They're like, yeah, we like it. We're on, we want to use it. So that's, certainly a leg up for the Hub. So we'll see how this all pans out. But for the first time, and this is just, one small part of it, but for the first time in a long while, it feels weird even saying it, I'm optimistic. I like these ideas. I like what people are doing. I like that we're really starting to see talent change the way that they think, change, the projects that they're accepting. The word is getting out, and people are starting to wise up a bit. I'm seeing agents stepping up to the plate and doing the right thing, more and more. And that gives me, hope. So yeah, so I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic. But I'm looking forward to 2018. It's got to be better than friggin' this past year, for God's sakes. So that's good. I think we're headed in the right direction. I hope at least we're headed in the right direction, and that's pretty cool. So here's to 2018. Keep up the fight. Boy strong.